All right, so I feel like if you are gonna thinking about doing Walmart Spark part-time, full-time, it is, there are gonna be pros and cons to the app, using the app. You're trying to do a part-time, make some cash on the side, or full-time, pay your bills and stuff like that. So in this video, I'm gonna go over three pros and three cons for working for Walmart Spark. So the first one, for the first pro, I think would be you get to set your own schedule. You have more freedom than you would have with a W-2, like a 9 to 5 or anything like that. So for example, Walmart and the Walmarts in Florida, or like where I live in Florida, is going to be, they open from 6 a.m. and close at 11 p.m. So you have that amount of time. I think that's 16 or 17 hours. You have that amount of time to work on the Walmart Spark app. Make as much as money as you want. Set your schedule in between those hours. Work, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. You could work 8 hours, 16 hours, 17 hours, however long or however short you would like to work. That's one of the things I like about working for Walmart Spark. Another one would be the money. Obviously, we all need money. We all need money to survive. We got to pay our bills. We want to go on vacation, have fun with our family, and just things that we need and things that we want. We need food. We need water. We want to do things. We want to buy things for ourselves, for our family. So the money part, I feel like if you just want to make like a small sum of money, you can make that in like 2-3 hours. Like say you want to make a quick $100. You could go in the Spark app, work, do two or three, or maybe 2 or 3 like shops and deliver, or 2 or 3 orders, and boom, you got a quick 100. It depends, and it depends on what area you're in, obviously, and what type of orders you're getting and what type of orders you're accepting. I have made $300 before in like 3-4 hours. I have made that. So you can do it. It's not impossible. And then, for example, if you want to make this a full-time gig for yourself, like a full-time job, like I do for myself, I work about, on average, 8 to 10 hours a day. And then sometimes I do work like on the weekends and stuff like that. So it just depends. I work like 5 days out of the week. It's usually Monday through Friday, and yeah, I make at least $200 a day. So that's $1,000 or more a week. The third pro, I think, would be having time to yourself. So when you're sparking and delivering and picking up orders for customers, you're solo dolo. You're pretty much by yourself out here, driving in your own personal car and things like that. And you have a lot of time to yourself, to think, or you can even like multitask. Like say you're waiting to get an order, like you have that little bit of downtime waiting at a Walmart or a Sam's Club in between the order, you can do something else. So for example, sometimes I make videos like this on my downtime, or on my days off. But like you can multitask and be waiting for an order, and you could read a book, self-improvement books. You can plan out your next week, your next month. It's I feel like that's a pro, because at a 9 to 5 or like a W-2 type of job, you always have to be like, you got to give them your undivided attention. For example, I used to work like at a call center, and I had calls coming back to back to back. So I really had no downtime. I really had no like time to do like extra time to do like things that I wanted to do, like to improve myself on the side. With Walmart Spark, I'm able to do that, So I feel like, to me, my opinion, I think that's a pro. So we're going to move on to the 3 cons. So I feel like this is the biggest con, and that will like push people away like from doing Walmart Spark or doing like any type of, I guess, gig type of app type of job would be the money will fluctuate. The money is going to go up, it's going to go down. So it's not like, for example, if you work 40 hours a week at a 9 to 5, you're going to get that certain type, that you're going to get like $700, $800. It depends on your hourly hourly rate, or like if you do salary, you're gonna get that. You know what I mean? You're gonna get that. But with working with Walmart Spark, it does fluctuate because it can be slow days and it could be really good days. In my area, most of the good days are like, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, especially Sundays. Sundays, I guess a lot of people just like spending money. So like, especially like the weekends, because people get paid on the weekends. It's always something going on the weekends. So the weekends I feel like are going to be, your go-to days, especially if you do want to do this part-time and you only work like a full-time job, like Monday through Friday. Weekends you can make like, it depends. If you like on one good day, you can make $300. You know what I mean? That's nice. That's a nice chunk of change if you want to do something like for extra for yourself, for your family. So, and like I said, how it fluctuates, it depends on the market. So every market from Walmart Spark is different. Some markets have like a lot of Walmarts. Some Walmarts in the zone, they are have a lot of drivers and are saturated. And you can still have, for example, you can still have good metrics, but it just be saturated, and because other people could have good metrics too. So it all depends on the market. You just got to probably go outside the zone or go to like another Walmart and stuff like that, and you just got to like test it out, test the waters out. The second con, I think, would be, it's kind of like, I kind of already kind of talked about it, but it's going to be sometimes you may have more downtime than you expect. So for example, say you have an order that you get at 6:45, right? And you finish that order, shopping it and delivering it, and you get back to Walmart or to a Walmart at like, I don't know, 7:15. So 6:45 to like, and then you get back at 7:15, right? So say you're waiting there at 7:15, and then you don't get an order till like, I don't know, 7:45. That's a good amount of downtime. So you have to keep that in mind, that sometimes you are going to have downtime, and that's because some days are going to be slow. So like every day it's not going to be like, like peaches and cream or like fast, and you just getting the orders back to back to back, and not sitting, or you probably just waiting for like 10-15 minutes. Sometimes you're gonna have slow days. Like in my area, the slow days are Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and like the ending of the week are really good for me. But I'm still able to make like that $200 mark on the Mondays. I just gotta work a little bit longer, or like if I am, for example, the time like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that are not good for me, it's kind of like around 11 to 1 or like 11 to 2. So I don't get as much orders, or it's slow around that time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So what I do, sometimes I probably just take my break around that time, like lunch break or something, and I go home or probably do something productive, and I go back out though. So like I don't just go home and stay home and done for the day. I go back out and I do like from 3 until whatever time I have to make that, $200 that day, right? So that would be the second con. The third con is that you're not going to get your money, like all of your money, that same day. So for example, say you have an offer for $20, right? So Walmart is paying you 10, and then the tip is $10. So you would get, when you finish that order, you will get the $10 that Walmart offered for that order, because that's like the base pay. But the $10 tip, you have to wait the next day, which is going to be 24 hours, because the Walmart offers the customer like a certain time to change the tip, like adjust the tip if they want to adjust it to a higher rate or lower rate, or take it off altogether. Honestly, before, when I first worked on the app, when I started working, they used to give the customer 24 hours to like to confirm the tip. But now I believe it's 3 hours. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Walmart gives the customers 3 hours to adjust the tip and to confirm it. But then you still have that 24 hours the next day till you see it on the app and you see it like in your bank account. So I feel like that would be a con, because if you're wanting your money up front, like when you finish the order, like you wanting all your money up front, and plus like there is a such thing as tip baiting. Some customers do that. I haven't had that happen to me a lot. I've done over 3,000 over yeah I've done over 3,000 orders, and a lot of times the customers are good with that and they don't tip bait. Some and I have even I've I even had orders where the customers increase the order. They're more likely to increase the tip than decrease it. I've had that lately. So I don't think it's not like a big concern, you know what I mean? So like, but that is a con, you know? So so those are the pros and cons working full time as a Walmart Spark driver. For me, that's my perspective, my market. Some of these pros and cons you may relate to. I hope more the pros than the cons that you do relate to in this video. So like, if you did like this video, just let me know if you want me to do more videos like this. I am going to like explain more things about Walmart Spark in like later videos and things like that. Like for example, 2 weeks ago, I did make over $1,000 in that week. Last week, I didn't make that because I was like on vacation and I wasn't working like that much. I only worked like two days, I think, and not that many hours out of that day. So my next video probably might be the how I made $1,000+ 2 weeks ago on a Walmart Spark in my area. And if you would want to like subscribe and please like the video, that would mean a lot to me. And I'll see you on the next one.